about this. Okay, so this first shade is shade 1. Obviously, it's a really nice kind of rosy baby pink, very wearable, very creamy, very pigmented. Love this color. Thumbs up. That was a finger up, but I mean thumbs up. Up next we have shade 2. Shade 2 is a beautiful pinky nudie color. It's a little bit sheer, but you still get somewhat an even opaque color application on the lips. I prefer the pigmentation of shade 1, but it's a beautiful color. I like my lipsticks to be a little bit more pigmented, but yeah, no, it's still a good one. Doesn't go with this look though, because it's so nice and like toned down, so I have to opt for something a little bit brighter with this makeup look. Okay, so shade 3 is a beautiful baby pink color, very, very bright, a little bit sheer but buildable, good formula, good texture, very creamy on the lips, and I like this one. I would have opted for these colors like 10 years back, 5 years back, probably. I exaggerate a little bit. Shade 4 is more right up my alley. It's a little bit more of a muted pink, very wearable, would totally wear this. This is the color that I'm going to wear today, I think. So I'll just set that aside. I like this one. Up next we have shade 5. Shade 5 is a little bit underpigmented, I find. It's a little bit sheer, but it's very, very close to my lip color, so it looks like I'm hardly applying anything on my lips. I like this. I think it's very nice and mellow, but still, like, it pulls the lip together. Whenever I want a lip color that would match me pretty much 100%, this is the color I would probably go for. I like it. It's a keeper, but it's rather sheer. Okay, so this next lip color is more of a mauve berry shade. It's a little bit streaky as I applied it. A bit sheer. Sheer is not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes I prefer lip colors to be sheer, but for the most part I do prefer personally that my lipsticks are on the more pigmented side, but since they are lipsticks, sometimes I prefer them to be on the sheer side because lipsticks are more mellow than, say, liquid lipsticks. I really, really like this. It's a cute color, but I wish it was a little bit less streaky. It's not bad streaky, it's just that you have to really make sure that you apply it evenly. The color is beautiful though. Shade 7 is a beautiful color. I think I changed my mind. I think I'm going to wear this one today. It's a beautiful, beautiful kind of a peachy hued mellow lip color. Like my lips but better color. I really like this. I think it's cute and I like it. Very nice and pigmented. Okay, about 5-6 years back, this is probably the color that I would have sold a kidney for. It's beautiful. I like it. It's like a nude color but has that peachy hue. It reminds me of Peach Stock from MAC. Another absolutely gorgeous color. I really like it. It has more of an orangey hue than the other one, a little bit brighter in tone, but really, really gorgeous. Love it. Shade 10 is a beautiful, brighter color. I really like it. It's a little bit peachy in tone, but it's really gorgeous. So yeah. Shade 11 is definitely pigmented. I didn't apply it quite that well, but you guys can see the color. It pretty much matches my dress. Really, really pretty. Nice and pigmented, not streaky, surprisingly. And it doesn't stain. That's good. Okay, so this is shade 12, is a kind of a watermelon, sort of a fiery red. It's really, really cute. Pigmentation is great, not streaky. I like it. Okay, so shade 13 is a beautiful kind of a neutral red, really nice, really, really bold, really pigmented. I really like the formula. There's nothing about this that I hate. It's just like on point red. Okay, so I find that shade 14 is a little bit more mellow than the previous one. It's more of a daytime wearable red. It's really, really pretty. I like this one. So shade 15 is a brighter, more bolder red. I like this one. Formula is great. Pigmentation is great. Shade 16 is a baby peach that's very sheer. I just blend it a little bit with my fingers. It's very, very mellow, not too bright. Very, it's a great color to start with, I guess. Like whenever you want a mellow, bright air pink color, I think this is a good option to opt. Shade 17 is a gorgeous fuchsia, bit sheer, but still a beautiful color regardless. So shade 18 is another fuchsia color, but a bit brighter and a little bit more pink than the other one. The other one leans more of a magenta color. Pigmentation is good. Okay, so this next shade is 19. It is also a pink. It kind of looks a little bit more purple in the tube, but it's definitely a pink, but it's a much darker, more wine, leaning on a little bit more wine color. Okay, so shade 20, bit of a messy application over here because dark color need more prominent and more attention when you apply them. It leans on a wine, but it's not as dark as the tube. On the tube it looks like super dark, so it's definitely sheared out as you're applying it on the lips. Shade 21 is a nude pink that's very, very sheer. Okay, this one is a little patchy. It does accentuate some dry patches on the lips, and it's a little bit streaky. It kind of performs weaker than the rest of the shades, so I rather not recommend this one. The rest of the products are much better than this, so this is a bit of a weak shade. Shade 23 is much sheerer than shade 22, but I still prefer this one because at least it kind of gives you like a real nice smooth finish on the lips, and it doesn't look streaky or anything like that. So even though the color doesn't match the shade in the tube, the color is still really nice looking for a sheer kind of color application. Now shade 24 is a definite keeper, one of the ultimate best in the collection. Applies absolutely heavenly on the lips. Opaque color, really nice, really lovely, doesn't accentuate dry patches, amazing pigmentation. This is right up my alley. Shade 25 is an absolute beauty. I love this color. It reminds me of Just Peachy from Wet n Wild's Mega Lost Lip color range, but dare I say this is a better formula than that, because the other one sometimes it applies patchy and kind of looks streaky. It looks like it's sitting on the lips. This is a much better formula. I love this. Love the color, love the texture, love the pigmentation. Yes. Okay, so shade 26 is a smidge sheer for a black, and I was surprised to see a black, to be honest, because this collection doesn't necessarily contain like the most fun colors, even though it contains some fun pinks, but that's as far as it goes. It's pretty neutral other than that, and like reds and like really wearable colors, so I was really surprised to see a black. So anyway, the color is still really nice and still very, very wearable as black. Possibly one of the most wearable black lipsticks that I've ever worn. I like it, but I still prefer a little bit more pigmented lipsticks on my end because I'm like that. Okay, so now that you've seen all of the shades swatched, you guys can have a feel of the general collection, right? I love how neutral oriented it is. I love how many colors are so wearable. They're on the pink, neutral side. Some of the shades are super duper similar to other shades, so in all honesty, I wouldn't recommend you guys to get all of the shades, especially because I think there was one shade that was like relatively chapped. I think it was shade 22. I did not relate to that shade. The way it sat on my lips, I was like, nah. But for the most part, they're all really nice textures. But some of the shades are so similar to each other that I wouldn't necessarily recommend like you guys getting all of that shade, like all of the shades, if you feel me. But most of the shades are really lovely, so it all comes down to what you guys relate in terms of shades. But yes, I do highly recommend these, especially if you prefer lipsticks as opposed to liquid lipsticks, because I know some people still would rather wear lipsticks rather than liquid lipsticks. I myself prefer liquid lipsticks in all honesty, but I did like these. As someone who does not necessarily love lipsticks anymore, I prefer liquid lipsticks. I think these are a great addition to my collection in terms of lipsticks, because I would definitely wear these, especially for daytime wear or wanting to wear something comfortable on the lips. Like right now I have one on my lips. What crap, I wanted to remember that shade because I know lots of people are going to ask. You guys, I have no idea which one I'm wearing, but back to what I was saying. I love how comfortable it feels on the lips. It feels heavenly on the lips. It doesn't accentuate my dry patches on the lips, and my lips are chapped right now and they feel great. Like the lipstick feels great.